How's it going? Woo! Man, what a win. What a win. Guys, I can't say enough about our defense. Let me start there, man. AG and this defense, they really, controlled that game for us, particularly the first half, first 2.5 quarters. The guys on defense, I thought executed exactly the way that we had worked and what we had talked about. We were able to apply a lot of pressure, and it just paid dividends. That's a good team over there. They're well coached. Kevin O'Connell does a great job. Ton of weapons, and we were able to contain them and keep them at bay until our offense was able to find our rhythm. So just total team effort. Started with our defense, and took the whole unit. But man, what a great job! Back-to-back division winners in the NFC North. Got the 1 seed, 15 wins. I just couldn't be more proud of those guys. And I just told them that to me this has been in the making for a while. It takes a special group of guys, and I think you kind of had to go through what we've been through over the last 4 years, the core of this unit, and then anybody that comes in, they fall in line because that's what we're built around is our core, and they really delivered for us today. Our playmakers made plays when we needed it. With who? It was huge. Look, I've said it before. He's really our quarterback on defense. He's our quarterback on defense, and he just brings. There's a lot of confidence. He brings a lot of energy. He can calm the storms. He just to have him back, and I thought it was going to take him a minute to work himself back in, and it didn't take long at all. And he was back to what he was before he got injured, I thought. So, hell, we gave him a game ball. So, it was outstanding. So to have him back was it was huge.
You said a couple of days ago you really liked what AG had putting out for the defensive game plan.
Yeah.
Just explain why you guys took the approach you did, even Sam up, and then on top of that, the rest of the defense.
Yeah, great job there. And it was really. You look at all this, Darnold has really played better and better every week. It feels like he's just continued to make this gradual climb and continue to improve. And what you really see is, man, when he gets the play action pass and they nudge the edges or they'll max protect on some of this stuff, 2 receiver routes, 3 receiver routes, and he can see it and has time, he's deadly. And we could not allow that to happen. We didn't feel like there was any way we could let him sit back there because we did think he would pick us apart, if you give him that much time because he was playing at such a high level with the weapons they had. And so we knew it needed to be the right balance of coverage and pressure. And we tried to bring more than they could handle for most of it. And then we had to hold on the back end. And those guys did, man. They covered their tails off for most of that game. So. And then we were able to play enough to where we could double 18, take care of him, and we singled some guys up, like Alex was one-on-one with Hawk, on a number of things. And so it worked. It really worked exactly like, we kind of envisioned it to. So I couldn't be more proud of those guys. AG laid out the vision for it. The guys really showed up and performed, and, man, it was great.
You mentioned your playmakers. Gibbs in particular, at a time when your offense needed a spark. How big was he tonight?
He was big, and I felt like he gained steam as the game went on. I thought he got better and better and better, and you could really feel it after that last stop we got in the red zone on the 4th down stop, and that next carry he has where he just breaks it down the sideline. You could feel it. So. He was big for us, and we felt like he was going to need to be big for us to win that game. He was kind of all those guys needed to play well for us, but we felt like, Gibbs could somewhat be the X factor here, and he did, man. He showed up in a big way in the run game and the pass game.
When you talked before about the defense being northern savages, is kind of what you envisioned, what you meant all along?
Yeah, I mean, I think with where we're at, look, there's no secret. Like we have to be able to play a certain way, and the recipe is right as long as our guys play lights out. They do exactly what they're asked to do. They work as one unit, and they go after the football, And if we do those things, we can be effective. And they did that today, man. I felt like they played with high energy. They did exactly what the coaches asked them to do. Everybody did their part to a T, and you see the results of it. And so yeah, it's a special group, man. It's a special group.
Hey, we ask you questions about changing the perception of this franchise. You see it almost weekly here. To go into this historic matchup, 20 wins between the two of you guys, and to leave here as a team that gets that crown and gets a home field advantage, how do you put into words what you guys were able to accomplish this season in the regular season so far?
I don't know if I can put it into words. There's so many things on my mind that I'm not ready to share, if that makes sense. So I'm no different than anybody else on that team, on the coaching staff, and fueled by different things. And so we did what we needed to do here. This was a big matchup. We were coming off a Monday night game against an opponent that had gotten us last year, and our guys didn't bat an eye. They line up, they compete, they play to win, and we knew what was at stake. And our guys they came out and played. And ultimately, when you sit back and you go through a game like this, man, do we have enough? Did we, talking to the coaches, do we have enough in? Is this right? Is it too much? Have we really gone over the finer details of this? What if they do? And you finally step back and go, man, our guys are going to show up. They always do. Our players will show up and make plays, and because the core of this group has been doing it for 4 years now, and we've added to that, and those guys have just continued to add to it and help us along the way and enhance us, and they did it again, man. Our guys did it again.
They kicked the field goal to make it 10-9. Did the offense say something on the sidelines to say, we got your back on the defensive side? Not that the defense needed it because they didn't know the points after that. But what was the mood like on the sideline?
No, we were good. Our defense we had talked about all along. We knew we were going to need to play a certain type of game. And it didn't totally play out that way because of circumstance, but our defense was ready. If things didn't go right, our defense was fully ready to take the field and do what they needed to do. That was the mindset. And you don't walk onto the field, you sprint on the field, and you got to get a stop. And they did that, and they really set the tone for us.
Last one. Amika, a game ball last week.
They got another one.
Well, yeah, so just the way that he's been playing, he's Terry on, obviously, but what he did against Justin, even though he had some help, the way that he's played, the lift that he's given you guys in the second period.
Yeah, it's the reason we signed him. We were fortunate enough to be able to play against him. Had crossover tape last year. He is competitive. He's as competitive as they come. He doesn't turn down any challenge. And, no matter what, you can say, hey, go cover that guy, and he's going to give you his best. He's not going to shy away from it. He's not going to fear from it. He has skill. He has ability. And it's not always going to be perfect, but you can bank on what he's going to give you. And once again, man, he showed up for us. And look, we doubled some. We fisted over him. We had to where he had to help over the top, but then we'd single him up too. And, Amik's just been, he's really one of the guys that has helped us play really good defense this year and play the style of defense that we want to play and AG wants to play, to be able to challenge more on the perimeter. It's big for us. I'll know more tomorrow. I mean, it was obviously enough to where he couldn't finish a game, so take that for what it is. I'm sorry.
Did he get X-rays?
He did. The X-rays were negative, but that doesn't mean he was pretty tender. So,